Okay, let's talk about a word you think you know inside and out, farm. Seems pretty simple, doesn't it? Well, we're going to use its basic dictionary entry as our map, and I promise you, we're about to find a whole lot of complexity hidden in just those four letters.
I mean, really, how much can one simple word actually teach us? That's the big question today. Think of this as a little journey to see just how much history and, how much meaning is packed into the DNA of the words we use every single day without a second thought.
So here's how we're going to break it down. We'll kick things off with that classic image of a farm we all know. Then we'll get into how it can be both a noun and a verb. After that, and this is where it gets really interesting, we'll jump into some modern uses you might not expect. Then we'll uncover a special status this word has before wrapping it all up. All right, first things first, let's start with what we all think we know. When I say the word farm, I bet a very specific picture pops into your head, and for a very good reason. And there it is, the classic definition. A piece of land, people working, growing plants and animals. Simple, right? You hear a sentence like, "We grow cows and apples on our farm," and it just makes perfect sense. This is our foundation. But even with this super basic definition, some really interesting layers start to show up. It's not just about what the word means, but also how we say it and all the different jobs it can do in a sentence. First off, just listen to the sound. In the US and Canada, we really hit that R, farm. But if you hop over to the UK, that R kind of vanishes. It's more like farm. It's a tiny difference, but it's one of those clear little lines that separates how we speak English on different sides of the Atlantic. And it's not just how you say it. It's also about what the word does. It has two completely different jobs. On one hand, it's a noun, a place, right? A physical thing you can go to. But it can also be a verb, an action, the actual doing of the work. And what's so cool about this is how consistent the main idea is. Whether you're talking about the noun, a farm, or the verb, to farm, that core concept of growing stuff on a piece of land stays exactly the same. The word is just flexible. It changes its job without losing its soul. Okay, get ready because this is where a simple little word takes a sharp turn into the modern world. If you thought farm was just about dirt and cows and chickens, well, you're in for a surprise. Language is alive, and this word has definitely kept up with the times. This is amazing. In the world of computers, a server farm is a huge collection of servers all working together, which, when you think about it, is kind of like a herd of digital livestock, right? And in video games, if you farm for an item, it means you're doing the same task over and over to get something. It's like a digital harvest. The idea of repetitive work for a reward is still there, just in a totally new field. Now this might be the most fascinating part of the whole story. It turns out that farm isn't just another word in the dictionary. Nope, it's actually been officially recognized as being fundamentally important to the English language. So check this out. It's on something called the Basic English 850 list. What is that? Well, it's a super carefully chosen vocabulary of just 850 words that are considered essential for everyday communication. Being on this list basically makes farm a linguistic VIP. It's the foundational building block of English. And as if that wasn't enough, it's also one of the top 1,000 most common head words. Those are the main words you actually find listed in a dictionary. So you put those two things together, and it tells you something really powerful. Farm isn't just a word we use a lot. It's one of the pillars holding the whole language up. Okay, so let's zoom out for a second and put all these pieces of the puzzle together. We started off with a really simple picture of a field, and what we've actually uncovered is something way more complex and, frankly, way more powerful. When you lay it all out like this, you really see the whole picture. It has that dual role, noun and verb. Its pronunciation changes depending on where you are. Its meaning literally stretches from ancient agriculture all the way to modern gaming. And on top of all that, it has this special status as a core word. That is a ton of depth for just 4 little letters. And I think that's the real takeaway here. The simplest words we use are often the most powerful ones. They're the hardworking, super versatile building blocks that hold our entire language together. They adapt, they evolve, but they never lose that core meaning. And that kind of leaves us with one last question, doesn't it? If a word as simple as farm has all this history and all this flexibility packed inside it, what other everyday words are out there, just hiding in plain sight? What other secrets are waiting to be discovered in the words you use every day?